In adolescence and even young adulthood, one of the major goals in our life is to find a niche, to find somewhere where we feel comfortable, to find people to make us feel good, basically. I mean, we all want to feel good. Once kids see that there's a positive group out there that they could be a part of, that does things that they're interested in, they're immediately drawn to it.
That deep down inside of me.
We do musicals, as well as just straight shows with no kind of music or dancing or anything. So if you're not comfortable with singing or dancing, we still do really great dramatic or comedic shows. And we also do a benefit every year. They don't have to sing, dance, or act. We had a kid last year who did a light show, and it was a huge hit. So we encourage any type of creativity here, and we will build programs around kids to make sure that their talents are showcased.
Agony, beyond power of speech. Lots of high schools, their drama department is just politics, and it's just, you know, how long have you been here, what have you done, and how much do I like you? But Youth on Stage, you know, I came in and got 3 roles, and one was a pretty big role, and the other 2 were smaller, but still 3 roles for 5-1 acts was pretty good for my first play.
Unless you're missing Kentucky.
Nah. Those bubbles are there.
Air, I imagine.
Those bubbles.
It doesn't matter what kind of skill level you have or, you know, how outgoing you are. They accept you no matter what.
I mean, first of all, we're here for kids, and we're not only here to teach them about theater, we're here to make them feel like there's a family out there for them, a group of people that they can come to and not only learn about acting, singing, and dancing, but also create bonds with people, lifelong friendships, begin to feel comfortable about yourself. It's just a great place for kids to come and feel like a part of something. Right now, we still haven't broken that publicity shell. I mean, we're still trying to get ourselves out there. And it's difficult being a nonprofit group because we're not being funded by the government. We're making our own money. We all work our own jobs. We all have day jobs. And so putting the time in to get publicity is really difficult.
I first found out about Youth on Stage through an ad in the newspaper. Being homeschooled, really didn't have high school theater, didn't have the stage. We had basically nothing. I mean, Youth on Stage was it.
Some people do come from Bishop Kelly, where I go to school, so I knew them already. But people I didn't know, like people from Jinx and Central, I never would have been able to meet these people had it not been for Youth on Stage. And I've made most of my best friends here.
I get to spend hours upon hours, almost every weeknight with these people. They're my best friends. I've grown closer to them than almost anyone I know.
What's so cool about these kids is that even though I am the director, I've separated myself, I'm not part of the group, they make me still feel like I'm part of the family.
As you know, anywhere else, I have to pay like $60 to $80 a month for voice lessons once a week, 30 minutes. I come here and I can get an hour of lessons for absolutely free. Very quality lessons. Within the first 2 lessons, my voice changed completely. Liz Hunt, this is what she wants to do. It's uncomparable. The difference you get between someone who's paid to do something and people who do it because they love it and it's their passion.
The show we're working on right now has an incredibly difficult scene at the end of the 2nd act. And I was just stressing about it. The kids knew I was stressing about it because I don't try to hide anything from them. You know, we're pretty candid around here. And so I was really stressed about it. And I'm like, okay, we're going to work on this scene today. Like, you know, don't be stressed out. Just give it your best. And these kids, I found out, stayed late after rehearsal and worked on it because they knew that I was stressed about it. Not because, you know, they wanted to look great or whatever, just because they wanted me to feel at ease. You just don't find that. These kids are going to school all day. They have other things going on.
You're gonna figure this out. You're gonna understand even if it takes
I got in my head, probably around 14 years old, I want to be in the military. Because my dad was in the military, everybody, you know, come from a long line.
You're a good guy.
I am, huh? Well, you too.
I joined the Navy, chased that full throttle. got hurt,
Your daddy's here, Tommy.
but I'm
Back where it
back
belongs.
here now.
Let's get you back to
I came
bed.
back, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was doing. Just kind of lost. This one constant Youth on Stage. They gave me a landing pad, if you will. They kind of caught me when I was just free falling. If it weren't for Youth on Stage, would have never known them. And it's given me a place to focus, because if I didn't have a place to focus, I don't know what I'd be doing.
I'm gonna save this scratch for another time.
So what it really taught me was, if you feel you should do something, do it. Because even if it turns out bad, all you did was eliminate another thing that, you know, might not be the right thing for you. But if it turns out good, it can be that second family. It can be a lifelong hobby or profession. It can be so many things, and you might just be amazed at what you can find when you take a little chance.
There's so many kids who are so involved in Youth on Stage that it was hard to focus on just a few. I had a lot more footage than I needed, and it's kind of hard to, because there's a lot of good footage. I got interviews with people who were sincere and had good information, but I have to choose the things that catch the audience's attention that they may not have known before, because people can guess that you have to memorize lines and that you have to come to practice, but they may not know things like someone who went to the military and came back and found himself in acting again.